The next book that we're going to read is Orgasms for Two. This was a book that was published in 2002, and I think it's a sleeper hit. Oh my gosh, it is wonderful. Carlin, can you give us some background on this book?
Betty, that is her favorite book that she wrote.
Mm,
She loved Orgasms for Two, and she got a six-figure advance to write it. So
mhm,
it was kind of at the time she met Eric, and it was this whole renewal. She took a lot of heat, and I think it wasn't super successful
mhm,
because Betty was talking first person about her sex life, and she was 70 and she was having sex with someone in their 30s.
mhm,
Now, what was so amazing about the book is, Betty hadn't had partner sex in over a decade
mhm.
at all because
Yeah.
she had her hip replacement. So with Eric, she was kind of rediscovering partner sex with an older body,
Mhm,
with a postmenopausal vagina.
mhm.
So I think it speaks to people with disabilities, people dealing with painful penetration, and also kind of like, how do I have really good partner sex throughout my life, no matter what?
Right. Yeah. And that's just it. This book has everything in it. I first read it in 2016 when I was going through the certification program myself and studying. It wasn't on the list of books to read, but I wanted to absorb everything Betty. And so I read it then. And I just picked it up this morning to kind of like, kind of refamiliarize myself and thumb through it. And I started reading and I'm like, this is brilliant because it just distills. Betty, she distills everything from her career at age 70. She bottom lines it like she always does. And everything is summarized in this book. Um, some of my favorites from this book, she talks about how in partner sex, she talks about she doesn't like the word foreplay because it's really just sex play. It's not something that we do. All parts of sex are play. It's not just something that you do real quick at the beginning. Everything is play. And this book really lays out how to play with a partner. She includes masturbation with a partner, sex toys with a partner, positions with a partner. The illustrations are fabulous.
They're really beautiful, and some of her best work, single
Hmm.
line drawings of partner
Hmm.
sex. There's
Hmm.
nothing like it.
Yes, yes. So, um, yeah, I feel like we've saved the best book for last, um, because it's really so good.
And it will help you moving forward
Mhm,
because once we connect to our own bodies and we're cycling orgasm energy on a regular basis, I think it's natural that then we want to share that. And
mhm,
how do we share that? Because the only model we see is kind of a heteronormative, dominant model of the raging hard on and the super wet pussy, right? Right?
mhm,
So, how can I play with limitations? How can I play and inspire, growth? It really is sexual growth.
mhm.
We're
Yes.
all just here, but
Yeah.
there's so much more, And so I think Betty Dodson, someone who made it to the end of the rainbow, is
Mhm,
sharing all of her knowledge, first person, sharing such vulnerability.
mhm.
I hope that this book becomes a bestseller.
I hope so too. It's no longer in print, but you can buy it on Kindle. And if you don't have a Kindle, you can get an app to read it on your computer. And I think it may come down as a PDF copy too. There is an audio version, and you can buy the book used. But I would love to see this book reprinted because it's stellar.